Okay, get my chat window up here. Open up YouTube. Sorry, it does take me a second to get everything situated. I should have had more of this set up ahead of time, but I was not thinking, and I do apologize for that. So we're going to go ahead and start a story. Single player. We're going to go with classic mode. And begin. Now, I'm not an achievement hunter. I do have some add-ons for effects and stuff. Personally, I find them fun. Okay. And then, of course, if you are watching this, please feel free to give this a like and a share on the Facebook post that I posted. Feel free to give this a share directly from this video. Make sure that that share is going to be public. And we'll go from there. All right. So I think for this one, I'm going to go with, let's see here. I think I'm going to go with a fighter, but I don't think I'm going to go with one of these characters. I want to make my own. It would probably help if I quit this game first. Probably put a lot less strain on my GPU. Sweet, one less thing to worry about. And then alright, there we go. That's a whole lot better. I am so sorry about all the delays on that, but everything should be better now. So let's go ahead and do a origin check. Background lizard. We're just going to go ahead and do my namesake here. Umbra serpens. We're going to go to appearance. We are going to go with... Again, I think we're going to go with my namesake here. Go with hematite. Black skin. He looks kind of vipery. Ooh. I like this hair. We'll just go with this one. Hair color. Ooh. I'm all fired up. It's hilarious because, if anything, this particular half-dragon is going to be more like Gajeel, but whatever. We're going to go with no face features. We're going to go with...
Prepare yourself. Greet the Reaper for me. I'm ready.
I'm going to go with warrior. And so for weapons, I think I am going to go with knight. Because it is convenient. going to keep opportunists for that. We are going to go with noble and... soldier? Sure, we'll go with those. The instrument in this game does not matter at all. It's completely useless. By the way, hi guys. It looks like a few of you have actually started to watch the video. I don't know if you just joined and then immediately stopped or what, because it says I only have one concurrent viewer. But I'm glad to have you all on my stream tonight. Let's go ahead and get started. Yes.
It all happened like I knew it would. A single drop of source magic. And, like flies to honey, the monsters swarmed. The rebel panicked. The carnage began. And the magisters pointed their fingers at me. Just as I'd planned. I was shackled and collared and sent to Fort Joy.
Okay, after this I need to adjust the color of my headset.
But instead I became part of their story.
Bum, bum, bum. Do, 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 do. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and go to oops, wrong one. I needed synapse. All right, all good. I think we can go ahead and bring that down here and blow it up just a tiny bit. Okay. Back to the game. Again, I am sorry for the little switch up there, but here we go. Okay.
Easy now. No need to hurry. Get your bearings and report to me upstairs.
Oh yeah, two whole concurrent viewers.
Wasn't a dream after all.
Okay, now we're just gonna go ahead and skip the tutorial deck here.
In fact, he seems quite averse to spending time with you. Why, you're looking a bit more chipper. Yes. Looks like that collar fits you snugly enough. Nice bit of work, even if I do say so myself. There you are. Not too tight, I hope. The collar, I mean. Oh, not to worry. Every dog has to get used to its leash. In the meantime, your next stop will be Magister William. All passengers have to be registered in the ship's manifest, and he's the chap in charge of the logs. You'll find him on the other side of this deck, in the officers' quarters.
Okay, so now in this game you do get different opportunities based on your tags.
The good ship Merryweather. But you can stand at ease there, Private. You do realize you're not in the army here, don't you?
Index fingers pressed to her lips, she pauses a moment to give you a scrutinizing gander.
My word, you do seem a bit befuddled, don't you? Perhaps I was a bit too generous with that sedative.
Give me more, give me the drugs.
Oh, I'm sure you'll soon gather your wits. Most
I'll
likely.
stab you with them.
Eventually. A new life awaits, and if you're a particularly good boy, perhaps a cure as well. An end to sauce. For good. Why, for my peace of mind, of course. Why don't you try casting one of those sauce spells of yours? See what happens.
Currents of magic surge inside you, boiling, bursting, then breaking, only to fade back into your soul like rain into the earth.
My, look at the concentration on your face. All will, but no result. There you have it. See? The collar's function. It neuters you of sorts. Makes you unable to cast sauce.
Looks like my stream is still good. Sorry, we've been having internet troubles all day. Like earlier we were getting less than 1 meg up. So, it was bad.
Good gods. There's been a murder here.
Ugly sight, isn't it? Burns me up this happened under our protection.
She looks up at you with a mirthless smile.
I was on duty in your room when the murder happened. You were asleep the whole time. Didn't even stir. You're one of the only indisputably innocent people on the ship. Unless you can commit murder in your sleep, of course. Figured as much. Listen, I could use someone to keep their ears open among the passengers. Sometimes they clam up in front of a uniform. Bring me a good lead, and I'll throw in a shiny gold coin for you. Thanks. I just want to catch whoever did this before they hurt anyone else.
A lot of options, but the fastest one to get out of this tutorial, because that's basically what this ship is one giant tutorial, is to choose some safer options. Alright. Now, personally, just to speed things up, I usually like to enter a D&D campaign or any game with at least a decent set of starting equipment. So, I did actually go ahead and enable this guy. And we are gonna go ahead and get some gold and trade. Okay. So we're just gonna go with what I need, just a set of armor and a weapon.
What are you trying to hear anyway?
I'll tell you if you can keep it quiet long enough for me to listen.
And then anything else I can upgrade later on as the story progresses, but this is just personally how I like to start a game. Okay, so got a weapon, armor to a helm. Leadership, we like leadership.
A no doesn't become a yes over time, you know.
Grab a couple rings. Pyrokinetic and summoning. +2 initiative. We like a +2 to initiative.
As soon as the Inquisitor gets here, we'll hand you right over the side of this ship.
Go with uncanny. Wait, is this the right? Skills with strength. Okay.
It was one of them. I know it.
Would you put a knuckle in it? I'm trying to concentrate.
I'm not going to bother with the necklace because my source collar takes place in my necklace until I can remove it eventually, so.
Carrying on.
Bounce it out, accept. Done. Okay, don't need anything else for now. We're going to go ahead and save. Alright, so we're going to hit inventory and equip all of that crap that I just got. Now, personally, I don't like having my helmet on because I like seeing the beautiful face that I created, so I'm going to go ahead and remove that. Alright. Level 1 armor. Let's go ahead and talk to some people. Make some
there
friends.
you are. Would you please tell this very charming gaggle of not at all brat-like babes that I am by no account this Losa woman, nor do I sing, in fact. I'm deathly allergical. How very correct you are, spouse of mine. Madame Josephine Gribbles de Peeb refuses to be confused with anyone else. What? What's so funny?
Her pinched face cracks into a great grin, and she shoos the children away from her with a laugh.
Yeah, okay, you found me out. Go on and git, and maybe I'll sing you something when I'm good and ready.
She turns to you, dark-eyed and dirty-haired, and smiles flatly.
Gotta keep ourselves entertained, haven't we? You presume right. Thanks, but I already belong to an elite and exclusive ship gang. We play ball every day after lunch. You're too soft for it. You take care, though. Nope, trying not to find anything out either. Ignorance is bliss. The utterer, the better.
Suddenly, her eyes cloud to an unnatural black. Greyish veins run down her face, and her mouth tightens into a cruel sneer. As quickly as they came, the clouds clear. She smiles as though no change came over her.
Good luck, Chief.
Okay, as we play along, I'm more than willing to accept, viewer input. Like, if there's any characters that strike your fancy that you want me to have in your party, by all means, help me choose some companions. Because we can't have all of them, I think. I don't think I enabled that. Let's see here.
They don't care about An elf sits tucked away in a dark spot, lazily rolling dice onto the surface of a barrel.
Snake eyes.
She chuckles.
I bet that's just what they'll look like.
She shakes her head.
Game for one, I'm afraid. Rolling dice. Deciding fates. Don't worry, honey. It isn't yours.
She looks you up and down with the merest hint of a coy smile on her lips.
Never say never, though.
She eyes you quite seriously.
Not the future, no. But I can read the past in flesh. One of the perks of being an elf, you see. I'm quite good at it, too. I could lick your arm and tell you how you spent the night before last. Shall I?
She gives your arm a vigorous stroke of the tongue, efficient like a cat grooming.
You were in a cellar with other sorcerers. As everyone lay sleeping, you lay awake thinking of someone back home. A very special someone. You were reminiscing about the things you used to do together. Of course it is. The truth's right there, skin deep.
Now I'm going to try to be as like polite as possible with all of these characters while I'm on a ship. That way I'm more predisposed to them when I get
But
off.
don't you worry, darling. Your secret's safe with me. I don't lick and tell.
That being said, after I'm done with all the dialogue options for you guys, if you guys have any favorites, let me know. Because I want to make this as entertaining a story as possible for the viewers that will actually pay attention.
A scruffy man lounges against the wall with scarred arms folded. A sly smile playing on his face, he stares across at the Magister guarding him. Noticing you, he
Granted, there are a few that I have
beckons
not
for you to
played
come
with yet,
closer.
because I've only played this game through once with one set of these companion characters. So there are a few that I actually don't know the dialogue options for yet. So we'll see where they go.
Watch your back, new fish. There's a murderer on board, and I bet 3 months' pay it's this tramp Ifan.
Rolling his eyes at the Magister's warning, the man named Ifan beckons again. He leans in and adjusts your collar with a sharp tug, balancing its weight so it no longer presses unpleasantly on your neck. He winks.
Pinches less that way, right?
Hocking a phlegmy gobbet in your general direction, the sullen Magister settles back to his task of glowering at Ifan. And now...
We used to know each other, more's the pity. I was his commander many, many, many moons ago. Isn't that right, Vic?
Standing far back from Ifan, the tight-faced Magister draws one finger across his throat in an elaborate fashion, but says nothing. Ifan grins, flashing pointed white teeth.
Same as he was at 14 years old. Only difference is somebody gave him a bigger sword and now he's Johnny Big Pants. Long story. Maybe I'll tell you about it in the Joy. Away from interested parties. No.
Let's see here.
The dead man. Finn, is it? I'd no business with him. And I wouldn't put a man down without good reason.
He glances over at Magister Victor, who's staring back at him with pointed intensity.
Damn shame sheer annoyance isn't reason enough. The Joy, I've heard a lot. Nothing good. No surprise there, since Bishop Alexander runs the show. Wonder if we'll get to meet the ringmaster himself. Easy now. I might think the same, but Vic here will blow a blood vessel if he hears you talking like that.
What are you conspiring about over there?
Everything,
You,
Vic.
Lizard, what's your name?
Oh, don't mind him. Vic's just got a bee in his bonnet. And that bee is me.
Name?
Magister Victor looks at you suspiciously, then scrawls something illegible down in a tiny notebook. He scowls at you as he stows the notebook back in his voluminous robes.
Away with you, at once.
Ifan performs an elaborate pantomime of keeping quiet, one finger in front of his lips as he leans back against the wall.
you get saucy with me when you clearly don't know the first thing about sauce? Well, well, what have we here? A fresh face in this stale hell. Let's size you up, shall we? See if you'll do...
The lizard looks you up and down, like a farmer would a fetching horse. All of a sudden, he grips you firmly by the chin, with the intent of inspecting your teeth.
There's some discoloration, but I've seen worse. After all, one can't expect to find prime merchandise on a squalid little ship like this. Now then, to business. You will answer me 3 questions. The first one is this. Can you cook? Ah, music to my beleaguered stomach. On to the second question. Can you knit, weave? In short, tailor? Oh, but to feel the caress of satin on my scarlet skin once more. A most satisfactory answer indeed. On then to my final query. Have you the ability to administer the upkeep of one's personal appearance? The delicate art of cosmetics is what I'm after. The very basics, then. I suppose that's a start. So, 3 questions asked, 3 questions answered. Let's evaluate. As per your own testimony, you can cook, tailor, and groom. Well, that just about settles it. I offer you my sincerest congratulations. As of now, you are my slave. My slave, of course. Oh, but I see. Yes, I suppose it must take some time for the full extent of this honor to sink in. Anyway, you may leave me for a moment.
Never thought
A
you'd
broad
end
dwarf sits totally upright on the bench, eyes closed, palms face up on his knees. His
Hell
beard is a
yeah.
cascade of meticulous plaits, each one braided through with golden medallions. He raises an eyebrow as you approach, but doesn't open his eyes.
Listen up, boy. You hear that? The ship, of course.
A wave of sound washes over you. The unintelligible chatter of your shipmates, the groaning of wood from floor to ceiling, the boom, crash and crackle of waves around you, complaints from the sea itself.
And?
The fellow cocks his ear, listening.
That isn't anger. It's
He cocks his ear to the other.
anticipation. She senses something. I'd hold on to my breeches if I were you, mate. That's all you hear, though. Listen close. There now, just like that.
Squeak!
Aha!
His eyes snap open as his countenance breaks into an expression of joy. One great paw claps you on the back. The other catches you before you...
There. You heard it, didn't you? I knew it. I knew it. Aye, this is good news, boy. Good news. It's the wheel. The wheel. Don't you see, you beautiful idiot? Squeaks whenever the helmsman jerks it clockwise, which means we're heading east. Burn my beard.
See, I've
That
forgotten
means
some of this,
that we've
but
been travelling for, yes, only 10.34 nautical miles to Fort Joy. Ah, so you've eyes as well as ears, eh? You'll go far, mate, even here. Captain, actually. And that figure tells me we're getting close to the Joy. Close to what lies beyond it, too.
The dwarf leans back from the table and strokes his beard, gold medallions jingling merrily. His eyes roll over to you.
That'll be all. Thank you kindly, boy.
He continues stroking his beard, a beard...
Rude.
I've seen more appetizing things coming out of plague-stricken pigs.
There's nothing else I can make, Your Majesty. Turnips and water are all I was given.
Unacceptable.
The elf is reading a volume of Cranley Hubert's famous encyclopedia. He looks up, his big round eyes scanning your body, absorbing every detail. He reaches out, flicks a finger against one of your scales, and rubs his chin.
Fascinating.
He sits back and returns to his book, flicking quickly from page to page, completely oblivious to your presence.
It is simultaneously too detailed and insufficient. I know the beginning of this tale and the end, but I am rather missing the middle. Tell me, what do you know of our world's history? Oh, please. I have no interest in that. Your books are too full of it already. No, I want to know about the Celestial. I want to know about your gods. This text tells me that they created all creatures, but nothing of what came before. Where did these gods come from? Who are their people? Where are the others of their kind?
The elf's face freezes for just a second before he waves his hand dismissively.
Oh, it's just one of my idle curiosities. We mortals do like to consider these things, do we not? Now please, run along. I have a world to decipher.
Oh, hush you, fake elf.
No amount of pestering will get the...
Shut up, he says to me, haha.
So, anything interesting for me? I'll take that as a no.
Well, look, lady, you're... How do we sneak again? We're just gonna save right here. Alright, let's talk to the elf. Now, I have played an elf in the past and I was able to just eat the leg. But I've never actually asked her if she could do it. Okay, so I guess I won't find out unless I make her part of my party.
Here to register, sir. Good, good. You faring okay so far? Trust me, with Bishop Alexander in charge, things will get a lot better from here on out. He's god-walking, you know. You head on in now. Williams will get you sorted fast.
Nice.
Keep those bolts trained on her. And if she... Standing at the centre of the room, you spot a sorcerer haughtily eyeing a pair of nervous-looking magisters. They keep their crossbow trained upon her as she's being interrogated by an officer.
We got 6 playbacks, but I still only seem to have 2 viewers. So, I mean, if YouTube's been doing this weird thing lately where the concurrent viewers is wrong. So if you're paying attention and you're listening, feel free to give a sound off and let me know you're here. The interaction also helps boost my signal as well, so that can't hurt either.
Yes, I did.
She turns her head and looks you straight in the eye.
There are others whose lives must end.
Good God, the woman's mad. You there, sorcerer, go and fetch Magister Siwan. We need to do more than collar this maniac. We need to shackle her, hands and feet.
It means your journey draws to a close. Do stick around for its finale, though, because...
She reaches for her collar and simply removes it.
I'm just about to create a scene.
Subdue
Well, that's
her, quickly.
rude.
If she casts source, the Voidwoken will come. They'll end us all.
She smiles with wicked satisfaction.
Precisely.
Well, that seems uncalled for.
What's happened?
Let's see, does not look like there's anything useful around here. Normally this is where you would get your starting equipment. Completely useless. It's... See, look. Very, very basic equipment. Not even super useful for escaping the ship. Everyone and their mother's cousin is currently unconscious, and there really is no waking them up as far as I know. But I do believe that I want this book. Because it's fancy. May as well take a look. Oh, they even knocked out the cheat commander.
Damn it! Need to get off this wreck, and quick!
There was one other perk that I like to get from the cheat commander before doing anything, and I forgot about it. That is the Talk to Animals perk, which makes the game significantly more interesting in my personal opinion.
You pass through the door and are suddenly face to face with an undead. His skull is bizarrely angular, and a glorious jewel sits in the middle of his forehead. The skeleton is quickly leafing through a volume of Cranley Hubert's famous encyclopedia, muttering to himself.
No. What damn fools record knowledge on a pulped tree? It catches fire, it turns into must when wet, it cannot even resist acid. No wonder they're so bloody ignorant.
Well, damn it, Fane, we don't all have the tech you used to.
Notices you for the first time.
Oh, it's you. Shouldn't you be running and screaming or some such?
The skeleton groans and looks back to his book, frantically flipping from page to page.
Yes, indeed. It's the look of someone that wants to read the bloody book he's holding. Now, if you're really quite finished, I believe you have lifeboats to flee to. Please, I was no more an elf than you are those rags you're wearing. I had a mask, rather ingeniously designed, which allowed me to take that primitive form. A mask that was stolen by that damned witch after her little scene. Still, she'll drown with the rest of these fools, and I will simply pluck my mask from her cold, dead hands. Indeed. Just as sensible as getting off a sinking ship and leaving a fellow to his business. I would say good day, but it seems quite likely that you're about to die a rather terrible death, so...
Well, that's rude.
The skeleton shrugs.
I'm honestly not gonna deal with the death fog room. It's, well, my current character is not undead, and only the undead can resist the death fog. So... there's not even a mask for it or anything. Wait for all that to finish burning. No idea what I could possibly use that for, but I'll take it.
Children and dwarfs first, just like the old stories say.
The dwarf yanks at one of the nearby ropes to no avail.
You said there were
other people down there. We need to help them.
You see those tentacles, kid? It's time for getting the hell out of here.
Thank you! There's a ladder right over there. You can go straight down.
You're gonna be the death of us, you hear?
Yeah, I know.
The Magister lies on the floor.
Really? Okay. I wanted to try something different and see if I could save her. Whatever.
Wait! Voidwoken!
These beardless bugs won't sink the ship on my watch.
So here's kind of like the D&D turn-based combat style.
Let the games begin.
They who are about to triumph.
I'm ready.
I thought Voidwoken was supposed to be scary.
Oh, thanks for including me in your little encouragement there. You're awful and I hate you. Why does it take 5 of you to take down 1 Voidwoken? I'm over here fighting 3. I guess 1 now. Never mind. I take it back.
We make a pretty good team.
Let's not tarry. This old tub is about to burst.
I hear something. It's not just a sewer. The one who put on this damn collar. Sounds like she needs help.
She tries to speak, but can only gape as she clutches her neck, trying to stem the bleeding of a gushing wound. With jagged movements, she raises her clenched fist and holds out a length of cloth, soaked with some kind of strong-smelling tincture. Blood quickly soaks through the cloth. Magister Siwan's mouth opens and closes, her eyes wide in terror.
There's no time.
Well, dang it. I did a lot of things differently this time, but still didn't make it to the lifeboat. Got closer this time than I did when I tried to save her.
I have plans for you, child.
Oh, boy.
Honorable Dallas, we lost a ship sailing sorcerer prisoners to Fort Joy. We assume some escaped and broke their collars. Their vile magic lured the Voidwoken. All who were aboard are presumed dead. Yours faithfully into eternity, High Judge Oriven.
Well, that was rather rude of them.
short bloody work of the ship. Am I the lone survivor?
Well, buddy, the answer to that question is a surefire no. I do want that talent, though. Go to the inventory and adjust a couple of things here. So we want 2 additional memory slots. We want extra and two-handed. Let's go ahead and bump up my persuasion. Alright, now which one was the talking? Here we go, Pet Pal. Alright, sweet. Actually, the little girl that I saved and spoke to, where'd she go? There's... one of the children is over here.
The child has a small mirror in his hands.
I'm not supposed to talk to lizards. Really? Like, what kind of stories? A dragon that marries an elf? That sounds silly. Can I hear it anyway?
You want me to tell the tale of the dragon, but despite your best efforts, you notice that your knowledge of legends and monsters is somehow upsetting the child.
Are you a sorcerer? One of those guys that brings the bad void things here?
The child looks at you straight on, unafraid, searching your face. He lifts his mirror to his nose, closes one eye, and looks at himself again.
I don't see any source on you or me. I guess they're wrong. Or crazy. Maybe you're right. At least they don't mind where anyone goes. They know we can't leave the island, and it's a lot nicer out here than inside. They're gone now. Their magisters took them already. I guess now they're cured. And maybe they're waiting for me back at home. But you didn't die.
Buddy.
Guess I am. But it's just normal to be scared. Nowhere isn't scary.
Oh yeah, that's fair, kid. You are not wrong. Okay.
Voidwoken. Those are the same beasts that sank our ship. Damn. They've made it to shore.
Well, I really hope you stop knowing me, because I am not a big fan of you.
I thought these bloody collars were supposed to keep those things at bay. Drowned and eaten by a Voidwoken.
Love me some resurrection scrolls. Oh, okay. So this is one of the DLC characters. He's great. I love Zerlora.
Look here, Quercus. Another giant.
And this is why I wanted the thing, because otherwise he just squeaks.
What's that? Yes, I did see how it made short work of the great acorn servants. Quite right, very impressive. But that is no reason to trust it. Giants like that destroyed our forests. They are the very reason the great acorn is returning in all its wrath. What? Dear me, have you taken leave of all 6 of your senses? You would have me use this giant for a shield? Why would I... Oh, I see. You cunning devil, Quercus. Of course, if it defeated the Great Acorn's vile servants, it can do so again. We need only follow in its big, wide shadow and be safe. Egad! It speaks our tongue, Quercus! Hush before... What do you mean a good time for introductions? You know full well who I am, you silly old cat. The great Solora, grandest of the... Oh, introduce myself to the giant. I shall do no such thing. You give away your trust too easily, my dear steed.
Pleasure to meet you, Quercus. Sir Laura, we'll figure it out later.
No, we will have the giant march. In time, we'll see whether it deserves our confidence. Now, onwards! Shield! Venture forth, post-haste. The great acorn waits for no one.
Alright, so anyone who's watching, feel free to drop a comment, or I don't know, if you've got me on Facebook Messenger, feel free to shoot me a message or text me, whatever. Do you guys have any preferences as to the characters that I spoke to on the ship? Did you like the dragon, or sorry, the lizard? Did you like the dwarf, the elf? I can have 3 companions with me. I think. Well, since it doesn't look like I've got anyone still watching, no responders, I think I'll just go ahead and call it a night for now, and we can go ahead and pick this up again where we left off another day. And just make sure that if you are watching, you're not able to comment or whatever, you go ahead and make sure you subscribe, share, and please hit that bell so you get the notifications when I stream again. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have an absolutely wonderful night.